Hey, on a Tuesday, y'all. I couldn't get to y'all yesterday because, sorry, y'all, this light is right here, all in my face and shit. Hold on. I couldn't get to y'all yesterday because, I was flying back. I didn't get back till after 2 o'clock. Uh, Once I got back, I had to pick a kid up over here. But we back today, y'all. We back today on a Victory Monday, Tuesday for some of y'all who teams won last night. Tennessee, Detroit Lions won last night. But we'll get into that a little bit later. We're gonna talk about the good guys. You know, y'all see it. Uh, but welcome Pull Up Game to another episode of Post Game Pull Up. I'm your boy Hove. Uh, you already know what time it is, y'all. So wherever you at, pull up, roll up, whatever your vice is, whatever you want to do. It's a celebration, bitches. Grab a drink, grab a glass. After that, it's built the ass. You feel me? Salud. Woo! 42-14, baby. Hell, that's right. I see it. I see it. I love it. I love it. I see it in the chat. Finally, I get my commanders in here. Finally. Finally. Go get some more of them. Tell them come up in here. Tell them come check it out. You feel me? See what it's all about over here, man. First off, let's get into my weekend, y'all. I went to Arizona, for the game. I flew out Friday night. Hung out with a good friend of mine I grew up with. Uh, Saturday we had I took a stadium tour of State Farm Stadium, dope stadium. Um, Real nice, Glendale, Arizona. After that, got a little bite to eat, hung out with the homie, had some drinks, and after that we got right into the bullshit. I went to the Commanders rally at the backyard in Phoenix. Over 600 Commander fans up in there. We turned that bitch out. It wasn't nothing like it, y'all. You know, me being from LA, California, Compton, California, we don't get to do that often. Here. We got a couple bars, but it's probably a couple hundred of us. It was nothing like this, y'all. It was nothing like this. Meeting so many Commander fans, being with your team community, talking amongst each other, getting to know each other, meet new people. Oh man, if I had $5 for every time someone asked me how did I become a Commanders fan, being from California, man, I'd be Josh Harris right now. I will be Josh Harris right now. See, look, again, smoke show. So, like I tell everybody, man, uh, I was a Deion Sanders fan, diehard Deion fan, diehard Deion. So I followed Deion. You feel me? You can say if you want to say I was a fan because he was on those teams. Go ahead, say that. I don't feel like I was a fan of the team. I was a fan of him until he got to Washington. He got to Washington, and I feel like I really became a fan of this team. You see, all of this type of shit I never had when he was with no other team. I never had his jersey when he was with any other team outside of the Falcons because it was a throwback jersey in the throwback era. You feel me? But I got a Washington jersey. You feel me? I never had no memorabilia of no other team other than Washington. So I felt like I really became a real football fan of this team once he got there. So yeah, if I had to explain that, if I had $1 for every time I explained that this weekend, I'd be a rich man. But yeah, the backyard, I got to meet Brian Mitchell. Brian Mitchell signed the bib, you see. Uh, Santana, Tanner Man. You see if y'all, it's a glare up in here. Tanner Man. Uh, Appreciate that. Tsunami Takeover. Uh, I got to meet Tanner Man. I wish I had more time. Everybody swarmed Santana to get everything signed, get pictures. That nigga signed like 100 autographs. This one dude actually cried after Santana signed some of his, and he shook his hand. He was like, "Man, you don't know, you saved me and my family life." And he was like, "Saved y'all life?" He said, "Y'all didn't bet the house on me, did y'all?" Santana got a crazy personality, man, but he cool as shit. And I got to take a picture with him. You know what I'm saying? I got to shake his hand. Uh, I really wish I had time. I didn't want to be super fanned out, but I wanted to give him a story behind me not wearing his jersey and actually putting his jersey up. You feel me? Um, but yeah, that's neither here or there. I'll tell y'all that story one day. It's a short story, but it's a long story. It's a lead up to it. But yeah, that made my night complete right there. Saturday night. I talked to Brian Colbert Jr. on a regular. Uh, so it was no biggie taking a picture with him. I took a picture with him last year at the Rams game. But yeah, I'm a big fan of him. Big fan of what he's doing in the content space for the Commanders. Commanders content space then picked it up tremendously in the past couple years. Um, but let's go to the game, man. I got to the stadium like 3 hours before the game, y'all. I want to, I collect the game day pins. For some reason, Arizona only get 350 of them. So I'm like, I got to go ahead and get me one. So I was like, shit, if I got a tailgate, I'll tailgate. But I need to be there by 9 o'clock, no later than 10 to get one of those pins. So I got my game day pin, and I'm like, fuck, I'm here early as shit. Ain't no reason to go back to the crib. People ain't really got there to yeah, that shit was 112. It was 112, man. I'm like, I was sitting down in the sun watching the games and watching, the little band they had perform. But I'm like, man, it's too fucking hot. And I had a jersey on, so I went back close to the gates in the shade, and I was just watching the games, on the red zone, and following my fantasy football at the same time. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm just chilling right here until they open these gates up. They didn't let us in till 12 o'clock. But while standing there, I got to meet Jayden Daniels' uncle and two of his first cousins from the IE. So they was like, man, you from DC? I'm like, no, I'm from Compton. They was like, Compton, what? They was like, okay, you right down the street from us. I'm like, y'all from the IE? They like, yeah. So I'm like, shit. I'm like, how many of y'all is it? It was like, shit, the whole family here. We drove down here. And I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, yeah. And to rewind, Jayden Daniels' mom was inside that rally on Saturday night. And when I tell y'all, I got there late, y'all. I got there an hour and a half late. One league I'm 2-2, and my other league I'm 4-0. Fantasy football. Jayden Daniels' mom was there. And when I tell y'all, every man was in that woman's face, I'm like, I don't know if she's like uncomfortable with so many men being in her face, because I didn't see the dad. I don't know if the dad was there or not. And I don't know if she was just in there amongst the people, because she was hella cool. Like, she was talking to everybody. She was conversing. But it's like, it's too many niggas in her face. I don't even want to go over there and say nothing to that woman. But it's cool that she's in here amongst the people. And then I seen her at the game, her and his dad at the game. And she's shaking hands, kissing babies and shit like that. So I'm like, man, he got a real humble family. That's pretty cool. But man, when they opened them gates, y'all, and when I tell y'all, it was way more Commander fans, Redskins fans than Cardinal fans. They fucking stadium looked like how our stadium looked when Dan Snyder was in office. You know how the opposing team would come over and take over our stadium? That's how it looked like at their stadium. It was a complete takeover in Arizona, y'all. And it was no better feeling, dog. I never had this experience as a Commander fan, Redskin fan, football team fan, whatever name you want to give us. A Washington fan, I never felt this, and it never felt so goddamn good, y'all. To see all these people and to get a W in there. Oh my gosh. 42 points? 42 points. When the last time we put up 40 something points, y'all? I can tell you, I remember because I was at one of the Redskins bars at the time, and it was in Manhattan Beach. We had played the Saints. I was on my lunch break from work. I went to the bar, watched the whole game on my lunch break, and we whooped the Saints' ass. I remember we had Deshaun Ghostin, who's a local from around here. He had a pick six to make it like 36 points, and then we got another touchdown. This is when Kirk Cousins was our quarterback, y'all, and we made it to the playoffs that year. That was the last time we put up 40 points. That was the last time. So to put up 42 points right in my face, right when I'm in the stadium, that's never happened. I want to say I've been to 2 Commanders games, whatever, Washington games, where we won. We actually won. And I left out the stadium cool. This made the 3rd time, y'all. Every time I go see my team, they fucking lose. I done went to Frisco twice, they done lost. I done seen them play against the Chargers, they done lost. I done seen them play against Kansas City, they lost. Dallas, we got our ass whooped. I went to Philly, we lost. I went to New York, we won. Where else have I went? It's another game that I'm missing. I'm sure because I got the goddamn stadium pin. I can't think right off my head, but top of my head. But yeah, to put up 42 points, and mind you, the first drive of the game, Arizona went down and scored. I'm like, shit, here we go. Here we go. And I was just talking about the defense. The defense just gave it up real easy. The offense, as we all know, the offense been on point all season. So I'm like, we're going to come down and we're going to score it right back, which we did twice. 16 consecutive possessions where we scored. We done went down, we scored, we stopped them, we scored again, and then Jayden Daniels actually threw his first interception. But when he threw his first interception, all of us was like, damn, here it go. It finally happened. But we ain't tripping. We gonna come right back. I'm sitting in the 5th row, y'all. The 5th row from the sideline. So Tress Way is right in front of me, and I'm yelling, Tress! Tress! I'm like, man, you might as well take your gear off. We ain't gonna need you today. Why did I say that? Because right after that nigga went out and punted. He went out and punted. He looked at me like, y'all ain't gonna need me today, huh? I'm like, yeah, that's gonna be your last time. Which it was his last time. He punted that one time, his first punt in 3 games. I was like, that's gonna be your last time. And what? We start running it up. Start running it up on them boys after that. Score after score after score after score. But let me get into some talking points, man, because, that 42-14, we've been giving up points this year. We've been giving up 30 points. Except for, the Giants game. The first game, we didn't gave up 30-something to Tampa. We gave up 33 to the Bengals. So I'm like, man, I hope we don't give up 30 to Arizona. And Arizona been putting up points this year. But the defense came through. But we'll talk about the defense in a minute. 42-14, man. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Jayden Daniels. That boy is a bad boy. I had to go see him play. Like I had to go see when Jared Goff was running it up. I had to go see Jared Goff play with Cooper Kupp that year. They went to the Super Bowl. Um, I had to see Patrick Mahomes play. Like now that I'm grown and you know, I can go see these guys play. Certain players, my parents wasn't taking me to no games coming up. So now I get to go see these games I get to go see these players and I get to go see history. I had to go see this boy in his rookie season because he's making history. So, you know, I get into his stats once we do the stats and the recaps and everything. But I just want to be in the moment. Jayden Daniels. Uh No Limit Skin. That was the plan to go to one of the home games, but I'm thinking about going to that Baltimore game to see him and Lamar Jackson. Cause I ain't seen Lamar play yet. When I had season tickets for the Rams, I sold those tickets. I sold those tickets. When the Ravens came that year, the Bears came, Tampa Bay came. I want to say this 2018 season, 2019 season. Um, San Francisco came. I just know I tripled my money that year from the tickets that I bought. It was they had a good schedule, so I sold those tickets. I didn't give a damn about seeing those players. Then I think I went to the Tampa Bay game, and there was one more other game I went to, and because I couldn't sell them. Uh, but everything else was sold. Oh, Patrick Mahomes came out here, the 54-51 game. Sold those tickets. It was at the Coliseum. Yeah. Um, but back to Jayden Daniels, man. Such a cool dude. After the win, he ran around the stadium shaking hands, clapping hands and shit. If y'all can see it on my reel on IG. I even got a short on my YouTube page. Y'all go check it out. Uh, yeah, man. Yeah, he was telling the Cardinals like, man, y'all can't fuck with me right now. Y'all can't fuck with me. You feel me? He was on fire, dog. He got Alameda Zacchaeus out there balling. Luke McCaffrey. Uh, of course, B Rob. Of course, Terry McLaurin. Zach Ertz. Jeremy motherfucking McNichols, dog. Jeremy McNichols. I can't wait to hit him up on the gram. Like, man, great game. I ain't hit him up yet. Uh, tell him great game, but yeah, he's a local. He's straight out of Long Beach. Straight out of Long Beach. Um, Man, Cliff Kingsbury, man. We got to tip our hat off to Cliff, man. Sexy Nate, what up, girl? We got a Cliff. That was his, that was his coming. That was his homecoming. He was the coach there a couple seasons ago. They fired him after extending him. Uh, he kept bumping heads with Kyler Murray. They kept Kyler, gave him the bag, got rid of Cliff. After Cliff gave them their best season in a long time since the Super Bowl season, I believe. They got rid of him. And my man got paid twice that day because they still got to pay him. They still paying him. Commanders is paying him. He got paid twice that day. What a master class. We turned the ball over for the first time this season. We punted the ball for the first time in 3 games. And after that, it was a scoring possession until victory formation. Defense showed up. Defense. It's like Cliff telling Joe Witt, hey, we doing our part. Y'all got to do your part. We can only carry y'all for so long. But it's kind of like we had an insider there because they were saying prior to the game, Don't let Kyler roll out to his right. He roll out to his right, is over with. So they was putting pressure on him. Y'all know we'll put pressure on the quarterback, but we ain't sacking. We ain't too much sacking nobody. That wasn't the case this weekend. We took that right away from him to have him scramble to his left, and Emmanuel Forbes and Benjamin Satan Juice didn't look too bad this weekend. I have no complaints about them guys this weekend. You know, we've been shitting on them guys all season. This weekend, can't say shit about them. Deron Payne and Jonathan Allen. We've been, well, I ain't been shitting on them. I know they've been double teamed. I give them the benefit of the doubt. Everybody else been shitting on them boys. It wasn't the case. They both got sacks this weekend. Dorrance Armstrong, Frankie Louvu, my boy Bobby Wagner, Jeremy Chin. The boys stepped up this weekend. They stepped up big time. Only allowing 14 points. You know, the run defense got to get a little better. I ain't gonna lie. James Conner was running all over us. You know, we ain't been able to stop the run. But if we got to give up 86 yards, 100 yards to one runner, and only give up 14 points, I will take that. I will take that every day of the fucking week. 14 points, you can have that. They scored the very first drive, and after that, they only scored one more time after that. We forced 3 fumbles. We only recovered 1. I think I went to the bathroom. When I got to the top of the stairs, it was a fumble. It was a challenge. I went to the bathroom. I came back. We had the ball again. So, shout out to the defense, y'all. Defense played awesome. Let's talk about the offensive line, because I think the offensive line don't get as much credit as everybody else is getting. Without the offensive line, Jayden Daniels is not doing what he's doing. You know, I feel like our offensive line is all in unison. They all on one accord. And last year we had one of the worst offensive line with 2 of the guys that's on the current offensive line that's both playing on the right side. You know, they was part of that terrible offense line last year where Sam Howell was sacked 50-something, 60-something times. It's not the case this year. You know, from the middle to the right side is all brand new players, except for Cornelius Lucas. He was here last year, and him and Brandon Coleman is switching off every other play. They got an 8-man rotation that they switch off. Sometimes they go heavy and they bring in Trenton Scott. Man, I'm loving it. This is one of the top offensive lines in the league this year. I want to say Jayden Daniels been sacked, what, all of 3 times? All of 3 times this year? 1 turnover? And he know how to get out of there when he's feeling pressure. So shout out to Cornelius Lucas, Brandon Coleman, Nick Allegretti, Tyler Biadasz, Sam Cosme, Andrew Wiley. Shout out to them boys, man. They looking like the Hogs. They looking like the old school Hogs, y'all. The game experience, man. So, my boy Measy. Shout out to Measy, man. You see this. He blew it, though. He was supposed to be at the game. This was supposed to be a birthday gift to him. His first Commanders game he was going to. And my boy missed his flight. So I'm like, damn, I'm going to be at the game alone. When you with other Commander fans, it's not like you there alone, though. You feel me? I met a bunch of people that day that I felt like I've been knowing them for a while. You feel me? Every time we make a play, we slapping hands and shit. We talking amongst each other. You know what I'm saying? A guy that I had just met, he is a mutual friend of somebody of mine. He bought me 2 drinks. Oh, we was lit. We was lit, man. Um, but Cardinal fans, they not rowdy fans. It's mostly white people, Hispanics. You don't see too many black Cardinal fans. There was some black Cardinal fans there though, because they probably from Arizona. But we was so we outnumbered them so much as to it was like they surrendered. Like, all right, y'all got this. They was booing the shit out they team. You feel me? They was getting out of there early, which I would have too. We down 42-14. Ain't too much more you can do. Ain't no coming back from that. But the overall game experience, dog, just Commander fans there, happy, got something to cheer for. We sung "Hell to the Redskins" 150 times. You feel me? Uh, Josh Harris coming out slapping hands. The owner, he's happy. Adam Peters happy. You feel me? Terry McLaurin, this is the happiest I've seen him. And this is only after 4 games this season, y'all. But this is a different experience. Them seeing the fans happy made them happy. Now they happy. Now everybody happy. And we don't get this too often, y'all. Me as a fan, hey, and it's hella early. We can be 3-1 and we can drop to motherfucking 3-14, y'all. You know. But as of right now, it's different. Everybody is trying. Everybody is playing hard. Everybody is playing for one another. You feel me? Doug Williams came out. Mike, that dude. Thank you, man. Thank you. It's like my boy Louis T say all the time. It feels different because it is different. And I'm taking a shot to that, y'all. Today is the first. I ain't even eating yet, y'all. I'm supposed to be fasting till noon. I ain't got nothing on my stomach, but I'm about to have another shot because it's a celebration, man. It's Victory Monday on a Tuesday. You feel me? Salud. It's a celebration, bitches. Grab a shot, grab a glass. After that, it's belt to ass. And I was going around the stadium saying that all game. Belt to ass. Belt to ass. Belt to ass, y'all. NFC East. He said, I'm having a Sprite. Yeah, I got a little grapefruit Izzy right here to, to chase it. Belt to ass, though. NFC East division, man. So right now, we currently number 1 slowly because the Eagles fell off and lost to Tampa. Oh, and shout out to me, too, man. Shout out to me. Hey, shout out to my boy Suave. Happy birthday, Suave. My bad. I forgot to open the show with that. Happy birthday to my boy Suave, man. Love you, my boy. Shout out to me for winning this week pick'ems, too, y'all. Yeah, getting all them games right. You know what I'm saying? I think Pittsburgh lost that I picked. It was one other team. I lost 2 games all of this week. So shout out me from hitting that pot. NFC East, man. We had Thursday we had Cowboys and the Giants. Cowboys escaped past the Giants 20-15. That was a good NFC East battle. Eagles, they feeling those injuries with no Devontae Smith, no A.J. Brown. They got their feet whooped by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think Tampa Bay's it's a sorry team. Remember, they just won the Super Bowl in 2021. 2021. So they got the same players. They just don't have a couple players no more, like Carlton Davis and the linebacker that now play for the Eagles, White. They don't have Tom Brady no more. But they still good. They still good. And the Eagles seen that shit firsthand. Got y'all ass beat. Uh, so yeah, that eliminates there. That's two teams in the division that lost. Dallas won. Dallas go 500. Thank you, Scrooston. Uh, and then it only took us to take care of our business and to get a win for us to go up 3-1 in the division, making us solely number one, not tied for it like we was last week with Philadelphia. Feels good, feels good. Now this week we got Cleveland. We got to go to Cleveland. We got to take care of business. Uh, we got to still stick to the script, man. Cleveland got a good defense. I'm not worried about the offense. They can run a little bit, but as long as we can stop the pass, we can stop Deshaun Watson. Deshaun ain't been looking like himself. Deshaun been looking real shitty. Like my boy Rio Robinson say, Diddy Watson. Diddy Watson. Freaky Deshaun. Freak off Deshaun. Yeah, man, we got to go in there and take care of business, man. He said, I'm at work. Take a shot of water. All right, I got you. But yeah, man, we gotta take care of business this week. That's who we got ahead of us. Thank you, Shrimp Life. Yeah, we looking solid, man. We looking solid. Remember, my prediction was only 7 games. Us winning 7 games. We halfway there. We got 3. We still got to play against some teams. We got the Giants again. We should have been 2-0 last year with the Eagles. I say we probably split with them. We probably split with Dallas. That leaves 6 games right there. We got Carolina Panthers. So these games that nobody's picking us to win, we've won so far. So keep on not picking us. Only person that's been high on us is Rich Eisen. Everybody else been picking against us. Y'all keep on that. Keep that same energy. Keep that same energy. Now we the talk of every sports show. Jayden Daniels the talk of every sports show. Nah, go and treat us like y'all have been treating us these past decades. You feel me? Act like we don't even exist. Only time y'all show our highlights is when we getting our brains stumped out. Keep that same energy. We don't want the spotlight. Let us win in peace. Let us win quietly. That's all we want. You feel me? This is a recalibration year for us. A rebuild to some of y'all. You feel me? Let us keep that same energy and let us win in peace. Let us be that sneaky team to go ahead and make it to the playoffs, low-key. That's what we ask for. Don't put the spotlight on us, because then everybody's going to be on notice. Everybody's going to take us more serious than they've been taking us. All right. But that's enough rambling about Washington until later on when we get into the recap and the stats and everything like that. Let's get into some more league news right now. All right. TMZ reported Broncos head coach Sean Payton addressed the situation after the game, saying there was no update on, I guess you pronounce his name, Biotti, health. A scary moment went down during the Broncos game matchup against the New York Jets on Sunday, when the running back Tyler Batty collapsed on the sideline and needed a stretcher off the field of the playing area. See the terrifying scene in the bio. Now, I was outside of the stadium when this happened. I want to say my boy got tackled or something, or landed awkwardly on the ground, and he was squirming and all type of shit. And when you watching the red zone, it switched from game to game. But then I seen that he ultimately needed a stretcher. So, prayers to him. Hopefully everything is okay. I'm not sure how severe it was. I don't even know what really caused it, because it wasn't no hard collision or anything like that. But shout out to him. Prayers up for him. Hopefully everything is all right. Uh, but let's get into some. Sorry y'all, my phone going crazy right now. Let's get into some recap, man. Week 4 recap. We talked about. I got a video. I put a video out Friday about Dallas and the Giants. We can go back over that though. Dallas beat the Giants 20-15. To me, it was. To me, the game went by pretty fast. It wasn't even an impressive win like that. Uh, Dallas didn't play their best game. I don't feel like the Giants played their best game. Um, I know at the tail end of the game, uh, the last drive, they was trying to make a push to go up and to potentially lead the game. And Daniel Jones threw a pass to the sideline to Malik Neighbors to where he tried to get a diving catch, and it hit the ground head first, ultimately getting a concussion. I'm not sure if he's going to be out. He got 10 days. Well, he had 10 days up until, he play his next game. He might be good to go. He may not be. There's no news out or updates yet on that. But he did suffer a concussion at the end of that game, which, didn't help the Giants none because nobody else can get any separation from the defensive backs. So I feel like had he not got hurt, they could have ultimately beat Dallas on some game-winning drive type shit. But that's woulda, coulda, shoulda. It didn't happen. Dallas got away with that. Uh, Back to the Jets and the Broncos. We reported that oh boy got hurt. Now I didn't see much of this game, but I seen how nasty the weather conditions was and how sloppy the game was, and I'm like, this shit gonna come down to the wire. That was the game that I lost. The other game that I lost. It was Pittsburgh losing to the Colts, and it was the Jets losing to the Broncos. 10-9. Ugly win, but a win is a win, y'all. We won the game with all fucking field goals. 7 of them bitches. So if you'll take a win any way you can get it in the NFL. Like they say, it's hard to win in this league. You will take a win like that. Who's to say you won't come out and play better the next week? But yeah, 10-9. I'm sure it wasn't no crazy stat line. I'm pretty sure it was some struggling going on the Jets. Jets side. I'm hearing that it's some friction between Aaron Rodgers and Robert Saleh, and it's starting to show. It's starting to show. But we'll get to the coaches in the hot seats. There's a few coaches in the hot seat. We'll get to that. But let's get into the stats of this game. Aaron Rodgers was 24 of 42, 225 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. He was sacked 5 times for 41 yards. Braylon Allen, 8 carries, 24 yards. Aaron Rodgers, 5 carries, 26 yards. Breece Hall, 10 carries, 4 yards. God damn. They were stopping the run over there in Denver. Mike Williams, 4 catches, 67 yards. Alan Lazard, 5 catches, 58 yards. Garrett Wilson, 5 catches, 41 yards. Tyler Conklin, 4 catches, 17 yards. Denver, Bo Nix, 12 out of 25 for 60 yards, y'all. 1 touchdown, no interceptions. He wasn't sacked. Javonte Williams, 16 carries, 77 yards. Jaleel McLaughlin, 9 carries, 46 yards. Bo Nix, 5 carries, 3 yards. Biotti, that's how you pronounce old boy last name. Biotti. I see Javonte Williams finally got a bulk of the carries this week. I know they playing running back by committee over there. I see somebody pick up Javonte Williams in my fantasy, and I'm like, damn, he was a free agent. And I remember somebody saying that Denver is playing, running back by committee over there, so they're not really, he's not really getting bulk of the carries like that. So I'm like, damn, that's crazy because I felt like he played solid these last couple years. But it's good to see that he got most of the carries that game. Cortland Sutton, 3 catches for 60 yards. Michael Burton, 1 catch, 3 yards. Javonte Williams, 2 catches for 3 yards. After that, you got Troy Franklin, 2 catches for -2 yards. Tyler Biotti, 2 catches for -4 yards. He also had 1 carry for no yards. So this dude didn't have no positive yards in this game. That's crazy. How you have this little to no production on offense and still come away with a victory? That's crazy. There's so many ways to win in the NFL, and you will take it however it comes, y'all. I'm not gonna be too long with the stats and recap. I'm gonna just go over scores. I'm gonna go over certain games. I'll go over the stats, but not all. Next game, this was a good one, y'all. This was a good one because Minnesota jumped out on these boys so bad, 28-0. And last minute, I took Derek Carr out of my starting lineup, and I put in I took Derek Carr and Rashid Shaheed out of my starting lineup because they played against a divisional rival, the Falcons, and I put in Jalen Reed and Jordan Love once I seen Jordan Love get the nod. Bill Free, thank you, my guy. I will do. Even though Green Bay was playing against divisional opponents in Minnesota, I like Atlanta Falcons secondary so much. And I like what Atlanta is doing. So I'm like, you know what? I don't think the Saints going to be scoring like that, like they have been against Atlanta. Let me make this move last minute. And I'm glad that I did, because had I did not, I would be 1-3 right now in my fantasy league. That last minute move pretty much saved me a loss, because even though they was getting their feet whooped in the first half, Green Bay came back. Green Bay came back and made it a game. Minnesota barely escaped by 2 points. Barely escaped by 2 points. I want to say Jordan Love gave me like 27 fantasy points to where let me go look. Jordan Love gave me 27 fantasy points. Derek Carr gave me -2. And he gave me -2 because he threw a pick six. And in this league, when you throw a pick six, that's 6 negative points for you. So 27 points from Jordan Love, 11 points for Jalen Reed. Rashid Shaheed only had 2 points. So I'm glad I made that move. I don't know what made me make that move, but I made it, goddammit. And thank God for my intuition, because sometimes I shoot myself in the foot with my lineups. Got a lot of good players, but sometimes it's just not their week, and I be having bad weeks where I have a lot of points on the bench. Jordan Love was his first game back. Threw the ball 54 times. He was 32 out of 54, 389 yards, 4 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and 1 sack. This boy threw 3 picks and still gave me 27 points, which is crazy. Josh Jacobs, 9 carries, 51 yards. Jayden Reed, 7 catches, 139 yards, 1 touchdown. Devontae Wicks, 5 catches, 78 yards, 2 touchdowns. Tucker Croft, 6 catches, 53 yards, and a touchdown. Minnesota Vikings, Sam Darnold, man. Sam Darnold he's proven that he's not a fluke the first 4 weeks of this season. The first 4 weeks, this dude is coming out and he's playing tough. 20 out of 28, 275 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, sacked 2 times. Aaron Jones, 22 carries, 93 yards. Justin Jefferson, 6 catches, 85 yards, a touchdown. Jordan Addison, 3 catches, 72 yards, and a touchdown. This was one of them good division battles right there, man. This was a good game, and this was a game that we was watching inside the stadium prior to our game starting. You feel me? You can see some of the players looking at the game like, damn, Green Bay came all the way back. Another game that was a good divisional game was the Saints and the Falcons. Falcons barely winning by 2. The Vikings barely winning by 2. NFC East battle on Thursday. Cowboys barely beat the Giants by 5. These teams know how to play each other. It's family business. Don't nobody know you, just like your cousin, more than your cousins in your own division. You feel me? Y'all, they are ops, but y'all family at the same time because y'all see each other twice a year and y'all play each other tougher than anybody else. Saints losing to the Falcons 24-26. Dog, I seen every time they got to the goal line, I think Taysom Hill was scoring every time. I'm like, damn, Taysom Hill scored again? If I was Alvin Kamara and Jamal Williams owners, I would be so upset. Taysom Hill, y'all get down there, and then a dude like Taysom Hill get to run it in. Derek Carr was 28 out of 36, 239, no touchdowns, 1 pick six, and sacked 1 time. Alvin Kamara, 19 carries, 77 yards, a touchdown. Taysom Hill, 6 carries, 24 yards, 2 touchdowns. Chris Olave, 8 catches, 87 yards. Rashid Shaheed, 8 catches, 83 yards. Alvin Kamara, 7 catches, 42 yards. Damn, Shaheed had 83 yards, 8 catches, and only gave me 2 points? That's crazy. Oh, he fumbled, though. He fumbled once. Bucks versus the Eagles, 33-16. Bengals beat the Carolina Panthers 34-24, but they was playing. They made it a game. That whole game, Carolina wasn't going. They wasn't going. Every time I looked up, they was making plays. But the better team ended up winning. But Carolina put up a fight. Another divisional battle, Jacksonville and Tennessee. Jacksonville and Texans. This game came down to the wire too. We was watching the scoreboard closely inside the stadium on this one, and I'm like, man, I need Texans to come back and win. I'm always secretly rooting for the Texans. Scrooston G, I'm always rooting for y'all. I'm like, come on, Texans. They was losing 20-20. They was losing 20-17. I'm like, come on, Texans, come on. They had the ball. It was like a minute 50 something left. I'm like, come on, man, score. I need y'all to score. I need them to score because the pick'ems, a lot of my teams won. It was the Texans. It was the Steelers, the last game left. And It was the Bears and the Rams. I know the Bears took care of business already, so it was them two left. So when I seen that, I don't even know how. I didn't even see how the touchdown happened for them to win. I just know it. I seen that scoreboard, and I'm like, yeah. I didn't even know that you can still watch YouTube TV on your phone while you're in the stadium, because I remember when I had Direct TV, when they had the Sunday ticket. As soon as you get in front of the stadium, they cut your shit off. Like, you can't watch your game uh, in another stadium and shit like that. And I'm like, damn, that's crazy. So I thought that shit still go, but nah, you got people that was watching Red Zone while inside the stadium. But yeah, I was watching the scores closely because of the pick'ems. My weekly pick'ems. Y'all get in there. Once y'all see me post that schedule, and I tell y'all get y'all picks in, $10. The more people that play, the more that pot get. And I hit that bitch. So get y'all picks in. I'll be posting later on today. Get y'all picks in. Send me $10. I send y'all the spreadsheet after everybody picks is in. And therefore you can follow everybody picks along with yours. And I once the top contenders is in there, if your name is in there, I'll let you know who you in there with, and I'll let you know every your points, they points. I send it to you, and then you know what to look out for come that Monday night game. That's what you look forward to Monday night, and yeah, you feel me? I'll pay you out either that night or the next day. Mickey Knox, I want to say I'm in second, third, in there. Second, third. I want to say I was second to. Is that you, M Hell? Let me know if that's you. If that's you, then I'm either behind you and Drebo, or I'm just behind you. When I looked, I was behind you last time I looked, but I think Drebo was like right there. I want to say you. If that's you, I want to say you hit over 500. I'm like right up under 500 points. He said, "No, I'm not in it." Okay, so yeah, I want to say it's me, M Hell, Drebo, the top three. My FMW Fantasy League, uh, it's me and Cheddar Chulo, undefeated so far. We both 4-0. Um, but yeah, let me run down these scores. Bengals beat the Panthers 34-24. Texans handle business against the Jaguars 24-20. Colts beat Pittsburgh 27-24. I did see old man Flacco come in and finish the game. I see Anthony Richardson go down with another hip injury. That dude, Mr. Glass, man, that dude always hurt. I'm like, damn, I wonder how severe it is, if it's something that he can come back from, or what. We don't know. We'll see. Bears handle business against the Rams 24-18. My Commanders beat the Cardinals 42-14. Let's get into Jayden Daniels' stat line. Jayden Daniels was 26 out of 30 for 233, one touchdown, one interception, no sacks. Brian Robinson was had 21 carries, 101 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jeremy McNichols, 8 carries, 68 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jayden Daniels carried the ball 8 times, 47 yards, 1 touchdown. Alameda Zaccheaus. And I said that name like that because I'm going to say something after this. Alameda Zaccheaus, 6 catches for 84 yards. He was our leading receiver far as yards. Terry McLaurin, 7 catches, 52 yards, a touchdown. Noah Brown, 3 catches, 26 yards. Zach Ertz, 3 catches, 22 yards. Alama Zaccheaus. Alama Zaccheaus, dog, he probably just a little bit shorter than me, y'all. A little bit shorter than me. Out there getting separation. He was targeted 6 times, caught all 6 passes. Do y'all see why we were so comfortable getting rid of Jahan Dotson? He couldn't beat out dudes like Alama Zaccheaus. Rookie Luke McCaffrey, Christian McCaffrey, little brother. He couldn't beat out De'Ami Brown. And this is a former first-round pick, y'all. Did y'all see yesterday on my story when I post Eagles? Y'all still think y'all got the better end of this trade? And my boy J.O., my boy Josh, argued me up and down. Oh, we got a bye week after week 5. He should show up. You know, he get to learn the playbook more. You making excuses for this man, dog. You are making excuses for this man. He got traded there. What up, Hazard? He got traded enough time to learn the playbook by now. They didn't have no Devontae Smith. They didn't have, what up, Ricardo? They didn't have no AJ Brown. This was his time to shine, y'all. This was his fucking time to shine. He's supposed to be wide receiver 3. He's a former first-round pick. We gave him to y'all for a third-round pick, and y'all felt like y'all got the better end of the deal. What was the word? What is the name? Y'all swindled us. A former first-round pick for a third-round pick. And I want to say we gave y'all a 5th-round pick, too, or it was a 5th-round pick swap. It's like we swindled y'all. This nigga gave y'all 2 catches for 11 yards. This is supposed to be wide receiver 3, y'all. Wide receiver 3. He gave you 2 catches for 11 yards. From a former first-round pick. Today. Hold on, let me go, because I hacked this shit up. I think I deleted it because I was tired of seeing this nigga face on my internet, on my phone. So, in 4 games, this nigga got 5 catches for 25 yards. In 4 games. And Alama Zaccheaus got 6 catches for 85 yards in 1 game. Philly fans, thank you for the 3rd-round pick. Because guess what we do with 3rd-round picks now that we got Adam Peters? We got us a franchise left tackle in the 3rd round this past year. He hasn't given up a sack. He barely given up pressures. Or no QB hits. Brandon Coleman is who I'm talking about, y'all. He didn't play no preseason. Did he play in the first game? I want to say he probably played a couple snaps in the first game. If he played the first game at all. So with that type of draft capital, Adam Peters, he hits on mid to late round picks. Mackin-ass Key, what's going on? He hit on mid to late round picks. You got to think about all the players that he didn't drafted. Well, he didn't draft, but he helped recruit. George Kittle. Yeah, y'all like that like. Y'all like it up. George Kittle. Fred Warner. Brandon Ayuk. It's so many names that I can name on the 49ers that he didn't drafted. He was the scout, y'all. He's the scout. And he go back and he tells John Lynch who to draft. And look how the 49ers team's been looking these past couple of years. Olamide Zaccheaus beat you out. And I don't want to deep dive and go into Olamide Zaccheaus. I just know he's a journeyman. He was with the Eagles last year. He was with the Eagles last year. I want to say prior to that, he played for the Falcons. He's not a world beater, but he plays hard. Thank you for the third round pick again, Philly. I didn't see this game at all. 49ers handed the Patriots an ass whooping, 30-13. Raiders and the Browns. So the 1 o'clock games, the games that I normally watch, if I was at home, if I wasn't at a game, I didn't get to see because I was actually at a 1 o'clock game. Raiders beat the Browns 20-17. Chiefs beat the Chargers 17-10. Sunday Night Football, Ravens beat the shit out of the Bills coming out the gates. Old man Derrick Henry, 87-yard touchdown. First Monday night game, Titans beat the Dolphins 31-12. Then a good game out of the Seattle Seahawks and Detroit Lions, 42-39. I feel like the Detroit Lions is back to mid-season form like they was last year. They need to implement Sam Laporta more. They ain't been giving Sam Laporta the ball. You feel me? That's my fucking tight end in 2 leagues. He ain't been getting the ball. But I think they're going to give it to him. I think the league is on notice about him. So, they probably putting a safety on him more than a linebacker. That's going to do it for the Week 4 recap. Let's get into some news, though, man. Raiders head coach Antonio Pierce liked the post speculating that Davante Adams has potentially played his last snap as a Raider. Man, I've been seeing this story so much. It's like I'm tired of hearing this goddamn story. I believe it when I see it. Let's say more to come. More to this to come. A league source acknowledged that the situation confirmed with the Raiders are growing open to the idea of trading Davante Adams. The source said the club has begun reaching out to other teams to gauge interest in a veteran wide receiver. That's crazy. Let's see. I'm gonna let y'all hear this.
Power on. Bluetooth mode. Connected.
Happens where they think your coach or your coach did, I actually don't know, likes this post about you getting traded. When you heard of that, I guess my first question is, how soon did you hear from coach?
Yeah, I haven't heard from him. I haven't talked to him. So I haven't, I don't know. I don't really know exactly what that was about. Obviously, I got, social media is a beast. So it's a lot of people out there that saw it and, wondering what's going on and people reaching out. And I haven't spoke to him.
Well, I'm surprised by that. I would think okay. Well, I would think you work together every day. So if that, I would say, right. oh shoot, I accidentally hit that. I unliked it. Now it's this huge story. Is that just kind of like what the dynamic is? That's not something that you want to hear from him?
Honestly,
so this big story.
Honestly, it's hard to comment on. I'm sure you would imagine, as such, but it's one of those situations where I just keep my head down and keep doing my thing, and let the chips fall where they may, as it pertains to that. But I haven't. There's been no communication with anybody from the team since that became a thing. But it's kind of just like the weekly "what's up with Tay" thing. It's always some sort of drama. But at the end of the day, 1-7 doesn't create any of it. So people can say what they want, but I'm just chilling, trying to be the model for not stirring the pot and just locking in and doing what I got to do. Honestly, it's hard.
And what I'm hearing is that here's what a lot of people think.
So y'all heard it. He ain't talked to his coach. I'm pretty sure. They didn't seen each other. They didn't ran across each other. Ain't nothing been brought up. This is something that we're gonna have to keep our eye on for days to come. I want to say we got 4 weeks into the trade deadline. 4 or 5 weeks. I don't know if it's since it's 17 games now. If it's week 9 for the trade deadline, I'm not sure. What's crazy is Mina Kimes. If y'all follow Mina Kimes or y'all fans of NFL Live, she got on there some weeks back and said, don't be surprised if Davante Adams mid-season get traded to the Commanders. And I'm like, man, stop blowing smoke up our ass. Pause. But this nigga don't even like us. Like, y'all see he was on Hot Ones with Amon St. Brown, and he said we got the worst fan base. We are the worst franchise. The franchise is terrible. The city is terrible. Me, I don't want no nigga like that. I'm cool. I love Davante game, but fuck you. Real shit. Fuck you. We don't need you. You ain't gonna never win shit. You feel me? Especially not being no Raider. And I ain't no hater. I'm just sorry. I'm just calling it like it is. You're not gonna win shit being a Raider. You feel me? You want to go to the Jets? Go ahead. You want to go play with Rodgers? This ain't the same Aaron Rodgers you played with a couple seasons ago. This nigga just came off an Achilles injury. This nigga can't beat the goddamn Broncos. The Broncos had 62 yards receiving. This nigga can't beat them. Truth hurts. Shut up. Yeah, so be mad all you want to. We'll see. I want to see. I can't wait to see who this dude get traded to. If it is his last season or his last snap with the Raiders. If he do somehow get traded to us, then they gonna have to eat them words. He gonna have to apologize, all that shit, and the city ain't gonna want to hear that. And I'm not from DC. You feel me? But you said, let's see how the city gonna accept you after you said what you said about them. Cause that's a beautiful city, dog. How you not like Chocolate City? That nigga said the city is garbage. Nigga, you from up North California. Let me see where this nigga from. Let me see exactly where this nigga from. Cause I know you I don't even know if he's from the Bay or not. Before I just throw you into the Bay, let me see if you from the Bay. East Palo Alto. I want to say, nigga, you from Central California. You're not even from the Bay. You're not even from up north. You from up north from here, but you Central California. Shut your bitch ass up, nigga. We give Fresno its props, and that's where it stops. East Palo Alto. Shut up. Shut up. Shrimp Life, Fresno, right? Hey, let me know something about East Palo Alto, because I ain't heard much. I'm going to say, Fresno, Modesto. That's it. All right, let's get into some week 4 grades, y'all. Week 4 grades for each team. And surprisingly, y'all, guess who's number 1? Ah, left hand up. Who are we? The Commanders. We're number 1, y'all. We number 1. Commanders is number 1 at A plus. A plus teams is Commanders and the Baltimore Ravens. Letter A, Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the San Francisco 49ers. A minus, Detroit Lions, Tennessee Titans. B plus is Cincinnati Bengals, Indianapolis Colts. B, Minnesota Vikings. B minus, Chicago Bears, Denver Broncos, Kansas City Chiefs, Dallas Cowboys, Atlanta Falcons, Jacksonville Jaguars, even though they lost, and Carolina Panthers, even though they lost. The Raiders, and they won. Seattle Seahawks, Steelers. Those are all B minus teams. Oh, and Houston Texans, B minus. Saints get a C plus, even though they lost. The letter C goes to the Browns, Chargers, Giants, Jets, Packers. C minus is the Rams. D minus is the Dolphins and the Patriots. F is Buffalo, Arizona, Philly. Damn. Buffalo, Arizona, Philly got Fs this week. That's crazy. I know they got their feet whooped, but damn. That's crazy. Power rankings. Power rankings going into week 5. You feel me? That was just grades. This is power rankings. Power rankings. Number 1 is Minnesota Vikings. Number 2 is the Kansas City Chiefs. Number 3, Detroit Lions. 4, Buffalo is still top 4 though. Buffalo still top 4 as far as power rankings. Number 5, Houston Texans. 6, Baltimore Ravens. 7, Washington Commanders. 8, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 9, Green Bay Packers. I don't know how. You know, y'all 2-2. I don't know how. 10, Pittsburgh Steelers. 11, Seattle Seahawks. I'm only doing top 15, y'all. 12, San Francisco 49ers. 13 is the Philadelphia Eagles. 14 is the New Orleans Saints. And 15 is the New York Jets. Okay. If that was my power rankings, it'd be different. But it is what it is. Jared Goff has set the NFL record for the most passing attempts without an incompletion in a single game in NFL history. A perfect 18 for 18. Okay, Jared. Do your shit, man. Derrick Henry might be the last running back to ever reach 10,000 yards. Shrimp Life will do. All right, so. Oh, my bad. Derrick Henry. He's close. Derrick Henry is 18 yards away from 10,000 yards, y'all. You know, he's part of that 2016 draft with Zeke, say Kenyon Drake. Let's say everybody else. Latavius Murray was before him. Melvin Gordon was before him. Russell Wilson got 5,000 rushing yards. Oh, shit. All right, so I'm going to run off this list of top 25 with those who can potentially get there. Like I said, Derrick Henry, 18 yards away. He's number one. Number two is Ezekiel Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott was drafted 2016. He has 8,985 yards. He needs 1,015 yards to get 10,000. And we see Zeke every week. We know he's not capable of getting that. Zeke is on his last leg. He won't get that. It will take him a couple more years to get that. He doesn't even get that many carries to get that. IO said just wait till November 24th. Wait for what? To get y'all ass whooped? Y'all don't even have no run game. Joe Mixon has 6,596 yards. Joe Mixon was drafted the year after. Latavius Murray was drafted 2 years prior to Ezekiel Elliott and Derrick Henry. He has 6,552 yards. I don't even know if Latavius Murray is currently on anybody's team. Melvin Gordon. I don't think Melvin Gordon is on nobody's team right now. 6,553 yards. And he was drafted the year before Derrick Henry. You got Nick Chubb, Aaron Jones, Dalvin Cook, Alvin Kamara, Christian McCaffrey, all got over 6,000 yards. Josh Jacobs, Saquon Barkley, Lamar Jackson, Russell Wilson, and James Conner all got over 5,000 yards. Jonathan Taylor, who is pretty much the youngest on this list because he was drafted in 2020, he's almost at 5,000, and he's number 16 on this list. Jonathan Taylor, David Montgomery, Leonard Fournette, Kareem Hunt, Austin Eckler, Devin Singletary, Miles Sanders, Jamal Williams all got over 4,000 yards. Kenyon Drake, just no longer in the league, got 3,866. Tony Pollard got 3,779. And those are the top 25 to get to 5,000.
Double.
I'm sorry, y'all. Sorry about that, y'all.
Power off.
All right, let's talk about this Hassan Reddick situation. He still ain't reported to the Jets after being traded from the Philadelphia Eagles. The Jets situation with Hassan Reddick still has no resolution, and some wonder if they can trade him back to the Eagles. However, per NFL rules, it is not possible. Teams can't trade a player, then reacquire him via trade until 2 years elapse. Reddick won't head back to Philly per rap sheet. So they will have to find another trade partner for Hassan Reddick because he can't be retraded back to Philly. And he's standing on business. He's not reporting to the Jets until he get a deal. And I feel him on that. I'm going to get into this last little situation, and then I'm going to get up out of here. I'm going to give my fantasy guys some tips like I always do for my guys who's heavy in the fantasy. I know this dude is probably already picking up, but just in case y'all in the fantasy league to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Bucky Irvin is somebody y'all want to go ahead and get. Y'all want to look into, replacing somebody for Rashee Rice. Rashee Rice potentially have an torn ACL. Look into that next person up on the Chiefs roster. That can remember they is now is no Rasheed Rice. Uh, Marquise Hollywood Brown not coming back to after the fantasy season. So y'all want to look into Sky Moore, look into Juju Smith-Schuster. I've been hearing talk about trade talks for Amari Cooper to the Chiefs. If I'm him, I wouldn't do it because just next season you're not gonna be there. You know they got Rasheed Rice, Hollywood Brown, Xavier Worthy, Juju Smith-Schuster, Sky Moore. You gonna be all the way in, lost in the sauce. This is gonna be too many hands to to need the ball. Ball. Terry McLaurin's hitting his stride, y'all. If you can get Terry for the low, I would trade for him. He's finally getting the ball. Jonathan Taylor has a high ankle sprain. Y'all might want to go with his backup. Tyler Algier is moving in on Bijan Robinson workload, which he is, dog. Bijan Robinson is, I got him in both fantasy leagues, and no, not both. I got him in one. Drebo got him in the other. And he's not giving me shit, y'all. I got him in the lineup just for the name, and Alexander Madison is scoring every goddamn week. Uh, Packers backfield is moving into a split. For my Josh Jacobs owner. I'm not too sure who the second running back is. I thought we was gonna see Marshawn Lloyd. We're not seeing him. So whoever the hell else they got back there, I know AJ Dillon done for the season. So whoever the hell else they got back there, make sure you pick him up. Kareem Hunt looking like he's going to take over for Carson Steele. So if you can get Kareem Hunt, go ahead and get him. A lot of getting is good. Brees Hall has continued to share the workload, which he is. I have the Braylon Allen kid. He's more of the goal line back because he's a bigger back. He's like 240 or some shit like that. He can run. He can catch out the backfield. So, when they got trouble punching it in, they get a ball to him, and he do what he do. Lad McConkey is Justin Herbert's number one wide receiver. Yeah, I know y'all been seeing Quentin Johnston getting his touchdowns and shit. He get targets here and there, but McConkey is the number one clear target that gets most of the target share. Go ahead and grab him. If you in need of a receiver, Josh Downs. I know he's available in most leagues. Go ahead and get him. He's like the third wide receiver in Indianapolis, but he plays the slot. He gets a lot of targets. I had him last year. He was really good last year. I just didn't have a lot of wide receiver room for him last year. But if you got room and you in need of a wide receiver, I advise you to go get him. Christian Watson has a high ankle sprain. So this is perfect time for Romeo Dobbs. What's my boy name? Tavion Wicks, Jalen Reed. If y'all can snatch them up, go get them. Devontae Swift rises from the dead. They was giving the ball to Rashawn Johnson a lot. But if I'm y'all, if y'all can go get Rashawn Johnson, go get him because he been balling too, and he's probably still gonna split, even though he had he's still gonna split the ball with DeAndre Swift, even though DeAndre Swift had that hell of a game. Pick up Rashawn Johnson. J.K. Dobbins backfield share is increasing. I still ain't been able to watch the Chargers like that. I'm gonna have to sit down and watch them one time. It just can't be too many other games going on that time. Better games because Cowboys always playing around a 1 o'clock hour. Rams, 49ers, the more entertaining games. It's over for Kyle Pitts, y'all. We thought Kyle Pitts was gonna make a hell of an impact with Kirk Cousins, and for some reason they just can't get this man the ball. I don't know what it is. I don't know if his ability to get open. I know he's hella freakish and athletic, but he just cannot get the fucking ball to save his life. If you can get him off, get him off, bro. Pause. If y'all can get rid of him for something, I will do it now. Do it fast. If you know explored all your options as far as the trade and nobody want to trade for him, cut that nigga, man. Or keep him stashed. Just keep him stashed because I feel like he's probably gonna have a crazy run at the tail end of the season. But as of right now, this nigga cannot get the fucking ball for shit. I don't know if it's. I don't know. I just don't know. Last year we blamed Arthur Smith calling the plays. They can't get him together. They can't get fucking Bijan Robinson together. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just the players. I don't know. Maybe it's the same scheme. We don't know. We don't know. But at this point, it's pathetic. It's fucking pathetic. Trade Kyle Pitts to Washington. Give Jayden Daniels somebody like him. Or we'll go fucking crazy. But that's going to do it for me, y'all, this week, man, on this Victory Monday on a Tuesday. I think I got another little shot in me. I'm about to go ahead, probably take my wife to lunch before we go pick up, the kiddos. Make sure y'all like, subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Make sure y'all share this video. Make sure y'all go check. Oh yeah, my power rankings. Good looking, Shrimp Life. Good looking. Hold on, let me get to it. All right. So my power rankings, y'all. This is me. This is my personal shit. Don't take it personal. Don't get your panties all in a bunch. This is just from my observation. What have I been seeing? What have I grew accustomed to? What I like. So number one for me is the Minnesota Vikings. Number one, they clear-cut favorites. They undefeated. Number two will be the Baltimore Ravens after that ass whooping they just put on the Buffalo Bills. And the Buffalo Bills has been handling people, and they look like nobodies when they played against Baltimore. It ain't about who you beat sometimes. Sometimes it is, but it's how you beat them. And they beat the shit out of Buffalo on primetime TV Sunday night. Give me Baltimore number two. Number three, it's an undefeated team. I feel like the referees have a hand in them being 3-0. But at the same time, it's still a really good team. And sometimes you got to beat the shit out of a team where the referees can't even come back and help them. It's the Kansas City Chiefs. At number three. At number four, I'm going to go Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions. That game last night, they put away a 3-0 team. Even though people don't think that Seattle was a true 3-0 team, it's like, what more do you want them to do? I mean, they schedule is they schedule. They beating who you put in front of them. You feel me? And they've been putting up points. They've been playing solid. Miami Dolphins was Super Bowl. I'm not a Super Bowl. but a playoff team last year. Uh, they beat them. Yeah, they beat the Patriots, but like I said, you can't help who you put in front of them. Uh, last night was a good game, even though they lost by a couple touchdowns. They still made it competitive. So, give me Seattle Seahawks. Number what was that? Seahawks number 5 or number 4? Who was that? Who was that? Seattle or Detroit? Who was that? What was that? Y'all let me know. Detroit. That was Detroit. Detroit. Seattle was number 5. So I got Minnesota, Baltimore, Kansas City, Detroit. I got Seattle. I got Washington Commanders number 6. My Commanders are 6. I got Buffalo number 7. I got Tampa Bay number 8. I got Pittsburgh number 9. And I got San Francisco number 10. So that's my 10. You feel me? I got Atlanta looking right outside of it. Atlanta been playing pretty good. Atlanta need to get those weapons together though, man. Y'all fucking with the church's money. Not cashing in on Drake doing what he has to do. Drake London. He's not scoring as much, but he's getting the ball. Pitt's not getting the ball. Bijan not scoring the ball. So get that shit together, man. I don't know how y'all winning these games. I mean, I know the defense has been playing good. Defense been stepping up pretty much. But get y'all shit together, Atlanta. Y'all can be way better. I know Kirk coming off the Achilles, but that's what y'all got Bijan for. Tyler Algier. But yeah, man, make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment, become channel members. If it's letting you become a channel member, become one. Because look, y'all, I'm showing y'all it's gonna be soon. I'm waiting on AD. I know I've been saying that. I've been waiting on AD. Hey, yeah, Houston is right outside of that too, Screwston. But you see, y'all, I'm just waiting on AD. Hold on, y'all. Let me do this real quick. I'm just waiting on AD, man. You see, y'all go spam AD shit next time. Go get in this comment section or something. Tell cuz hurry up. You feel me? I got, so I can go boop 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 or hey, we got shit. We were just waiting on AD, man. I got the camera. We waiting on AD though. You feel me? Quality's coming. Once that get up in here, I'm saying it's gonna be some exclusive shit for only channel members. So make sure y'all become a channel member, and then y'all be officially pull up gang. You feel me? Y'all pull up gang right now. Y'all mods, y'all pull up gang right now. Y'all mods for sure need to be channel members. If I made y'all mods, y'all for sure need to go ahead and become the members. You feel me? Yeah, you feel me? I'm gonna have all of them. You feel me? We're tight knit family, man. They'll be over here and set up all this shit for me. I'll just have to show them that I'm working. You feel me? I got to give me a camera lens. If y'all want to go ahead and donate and help give me a camera lens. I didn't know camera lenses was that goddamn expensive. It ain't the camera. It's the lens. The lens costs more than the goddamn camera. So we'll be working on that real soon. But yeah, I'm saving my resources, in the shadows, because when I get everything set up and everything right, and I get everything, looking how I want it, it's up. It's up. Uh, that's gonna do it for today. I'm gonna do another stream Thursday. I'm gonna do another stream for pregame Thursday night football. Um, and then Friday, I got a special treat for y'all. I'm gonna be going live with Rio Robinson of Rambling with Rio. We're gonna talk about our Commanders. Um, they don't just talk about Commanders too; they talk about all football. These dudes is very knowledgeable. Know the game. These dudes got a big following, so make sure y'all in here for that. Show up, pull up, gang for show. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna need y'all support really on that one. Uh, y'all make sure y'all go follow up with him too, Rio Robinson. Um, Follow him on IG, Rio Robinson 91 underscore 91. So make sure y'all here for that. That's gonna be big for me, y'all. You feel me? He's sharing light on little old me, man. So make sure y'all show up and y'all show out, man. But outside of that, we out. Be looking out for that. Thursday, Friday, we'll be right here, y'all. We'll be right here. And yeah, we out, y'all. Appreciate y'all. Love.